That's the way they grow them here. Have you caught out this hole so far?
Number 29. £10.
That's awesome.
A really nice fish. My first time here, Water Lake.
Oh.
If you haven't been here, you need to treat yourself to it, I promise you.
It's another day at El Salto.
Ramo refrescadores, ahora que no está tu mamá. Ay, cuando te haga, asómate a tu ventana. Y este capiro ya se secó, teniendo el agua de pie. Tal vez sus hojas tenían razón, pero el capiro, ¿por qué?
Well, I've been with Ron Speed for 17 years, probably anywhere from 30 to 50 fish a day. That's just a very small estimate. Usually most of the fishermen catch anywhere from 50 to 100. The guides are very well trained in telling the people what to use, how to use them, and where to use them. It makes a successful trip for someone that has never fished. And someone that can fish, it makes it a very, very special trip.
Okay, good one.
How many fish have you caught out of this hole so far?
Number 29.
Let's take a shot. Let's take a picture of it. Photo of him. Nice. El Salto bass.
El Salto bass, number 29.
I've been coming down here, I think this is probably my 8th or 9th trip, and I absolutely love it. I get a group together every October. We come down here, and it's a little warm in October. Some people don't like October, but them great big fish are all bunched up. And this place is just unbelievable. And the neat thing that Ron Speed's got going here on El Salto is the camps right next to the water. Great facilities, very, very efficient operation. The fact that you've got 50 yards to go and get in your boat and you can come back in for lunch, come up here and have lunch, go back out and fish. I've never had a bad day here. I've never had a bad trip here, and I don't think anybody ever will. The fishing's fantastic. The guides do a good job. Food's great. You just couldn't ask for anything else.
We've had a rider here this week has done his lifetime best with 11.4, and he's wanting to come next year to try to better that. That's the way the fishing goes here.
This is my second time in Mexico in Ron Speed's Adventures. I went to Lake Comandero last year. I caught what was then my biggest bass, 8.5 pounder on a Picasso spinnerbait. Come here, photograph a lot of big bass, catch a few decent ones. On the last shift of the last day, the afternoon, and literally the last hour, caught my biggest bass of my life. About 11.3 pounds on the exact same Picasso spinnerbait that I used last year in Lake Comandero. Nice little bit of serendipity there. But overall, the experience was great. The scenery was fantastic. Saw a lot of birds, a lot of wildlife, caught a lot of good fish. The scenery behind the photography, I photograph a lot of fishing events, and the scenery with the Sierra Madre Mountains was just spectacular. The sunlight, the sunrise, the sunsets were magnificent.
This is the first time I've ever come to Ron Speed's in Lake El Salto. I've heard about it, I grew up reading about it, and I have to say this, it far exceeded any expectation I ever had. I have just got through spending 3 days here, and I've had 3 of the greatest fishing days that I've ever had in my life.
You can catch them on anything you want. We pulled up the first morning, and within about 30 minutes, we had a 6-pounder. It had a spook.
El Salto, man, explosive. That sucker exploded on that bait. Could you believe that? That sucker came up and just waylaid it. That's awesome.
Nice El Salto fish.
That's how we do it. Big old top water going.
And then we had the 11-pounder.
We're throwing a nice little lure here at El Salto. And I'm so excited I can't talk right now, but that's a nice fish, isn't it? That's what you call a good bass fish here in Mexico.
How did you catch it? Were you,
How I done
that
it?
was finesse fishing,
In the
right?
side of the mouth.
Finesse fishing, right?
Yeah, drop shot. Yeah. No, it's one of the fantastic rattle traps.
That's it.
Can't beat that, can you now?
That's it.
And when you talk about an explosive strike, I'm talking about one that'll knock you out your socks. You jump back in the boat when you hear something like that happen. And that's what bass fishing is all about, you know, getting those exciting strikes.
We've caught fish on everything that we've had here. It's hard to say which lure was best because everybody did very well on whatever they fished with. And it's been an exceptional trip, and we're planning on doing this another year.
Maybe a little better than 6.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good fish.
Ready?
Oh, I believe he's better than 6.
It beats 6. Just another day at El Salto.
Rub it in, Mike, rub it in. Hold it up.
What do you want next? 7 or 8?
10.
Huh?
A 10.
Oh yeah, El Salto. Here we go. Jump! Oh! Woo! Yeah, baby. That's why we're here. Viva Mexico. Oh! Armando. Armando's our guide there. Gracias. Look at here, folks. Isn't that beautiful? Got him on a wave worm on a tiki stick, laminate, green pumpkin chartreuse. God, we're fishing these rocks right here. You can tell it's pretty steep. Just a few feet off the bank, it drops down pretty good. And man, that weight was falling down. That wave worm was falling down. And just bam. He's not the biggest one in the world, but I sure like him. I'm telling you, El Salto, man, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Look at the belly on it. Man, he's nice. Haha, yeah.